Hello, everybody, and welcome to the afternoon tune. I'm your host, Josh, and today I got my special guest co-host, Chris, from the Black Stubbs podcast. How's it going there, Chris?
I'm all right, Josh. How are you, my friend?
Pretty good, man. Good to see you as always. You were just here last Saturday there. Good to see you back there, helping me review that Marvel Zombies there. Thank you so much. A clip just went out of that, and also the review of Marvel Zombies is up on YouTube right now. So if people want to check that out, it'd be great. If people check that out there. But yeah, we're here today going to review Gen V season 2, do a spoiler review for that. And that's all we have on the docket for today. And then after that, I'll go ahead and raid somebody. Some good people on right now. Your Deer is on right now playing Marvel Rivals. Got Purple Winetails on playing Control. So good people to raid after this. Upcoming streams Monday. I'm gonna be doing a stream with Sage from Rated M for Immaturity. They're gonna be doing a review for he's gonna be coming on for Chainsaw Man, that anime movie there. You gonna go see that? Are you gonna go react to it or no?
Probably not. It's I don't know. I've definitely reviewed anime films before, but none of the modern stuff, let's say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't do a reaction for Demon Slayer or anything?
I did not. No.
Okay.
I got students who are telling me to watch Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Sam. I still haven't started One Piece. There's a lot of it. Well, One Piece isn't modern. It's ongoing, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a JJK movie coming out this December, so there's that also coming out, man. Yeah, you got to get in touch with the students, man. You got to reach the kids, man. That's what the kids into, man.
I know.
So do a review of that. We got Chainsaw Man, Silent Hill 2, Dead Space 2, because we're still in October, so still horror month there. So do some horror video games there, and when that's what Monday. Wednesday, I'm not doing a show with Neil from oneofus.net. He's on vacation right now. But when he comes back, we'll do a review for a Tubi movie. So I've been getting some suggestions of which Tubi movie we should watch and review. I got some good suggestions. Have you watched any Tubi movie ever?
I almost said yes. The Jonathan Majors Magazine Dreams, that's Zeus. It's not Tubi, but it was another production, company studio that's doesn't have a great reputation.
Okay. Yeah. The one I keep getting recommendations to watch is this one is a movie called Match. I don't know what it's about. I mean, this is my first time ever seeing the trailer, but people say like this and Low Lives apparently are like two of the craziest Tubi movies.
It looks good for a Tubi movie.
If you'd care to join me for a home cooked meal.
Doesn't look visually doesn't look like that.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad.
This guy is way too
I think my friend's film is on Tubi. If you can find it, The Cobbler's Wife.
The Cobbler's Wife. Let me see if I can.
Directed by Ismail Bronson. Yeah, the first one. Yeah. That is that on Tubi?
No, it just says the production company here.
Okay.
Just been a long day.
He's a nice guy. I just find it odd he works for a living fixing shoes.
Arthur is his name.
I'm sorry your father had to know you couldn't fill his shoes. Get moving!
What is this about?
Just sit down!
It's about this guy
homeless
who
and ruin
is a bit of a loner. It's kind of like Taxi Driver and Joker. He's not the best at the whole relationship thing, so he uses his skills. He has trouble with love and stuff. He uses his skills he actually makes a wife.
Oh,
yeah, in the back of his
Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we're getting a lot of Frankenstein now. Okay,
A lot of Frankenstein, man.
yeah, okay. So let me see if it. I mean, I could search if it's on Tubi or where to watch it. I saw that it had like it was at some award festivals and things like that.
Yeah, it got picked up at some festivals, which is great.
Okay, so yeah, it is on Tubi, so you can watch it. People on Tubi there. I might check this out.
Shout out to my friend Ishmael Bronson, independent filmmaker.
Let me let me know if he wants to come on to talk about it. I'd love to have him on.
For sure.
But yeah, an hour and 1 minute. So there you go. Awesome. Yeah. But okay, I'll check that out then. I mean, I do have it's free. I mean, hey, can't go wrong with free. So
yeah, and it was independent film made with a micro budget of like a few $100,000. Either I forget the number. It is either 60,000 or 600,000. But
did he do a GoFundMe or did he?
I think he did like a GoFundMe. I think it's $60,000, not 600. My bad. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I think the film had the entire production had a budget about $60,000. So, yeah.
Okay. And there's some other suggestions there. It says you might also like you got Match and Freak Off. You got Freak Off is also a suggestion there. You got The Perfect Babysitter, A Woman's Revenge, Abduct and Buried Alive and Survived. Okay. Freak Off though. That looks kind of interesting. Okay, what's happening there? All right, is that Shamar Moore? Is that dude from? Is that the voice of Spider-Man in there? Or is that some? Nah,
Nate Moore? Is that him? No, it can't be.
No, okay, that just looks like. Okay, he ain't to the Tubi movie yet. He ain't fallen that far off.
He didn't fall that far yet. He's trying to hold on, trying to recover.
Okay, yeah, but who knows what he's gonna do after the Spider-Man shit? He's gonna be out. But okay. Awesome there. But yeah, we talking about doing some Tubi movies, Match, Low Lives. That were two of the suggestions I got. So I'll probably watch one of those and review that when Neil comes back Wednesday. Friday, because I wasn't able to do a show with Dust this past Friday. We got a lot of movies that stacked up. After the Hunt, which you just reacted to, you just reviewed. I saw that. You had Good Fortune there. Did you? I don't think I saw that one from you.
I did not see Good Fortune. I still might, but it was not a priority this weekend.
Okay. Are you gonna react to that movie? I was thinking about watching it if I should or not. I know it's gonna be ass, but that movie, Regretting You or something like that. Have you seen that?
No.
That's the movie with all the white people in it, and it's got the chick from Get Out and Dave Franco, and it's got How to Train Your Dragon Kid. He's in it.
I've not heard. No, I've not heard. I have not. No.
Let me see here. It's this movie right here.
I have not seen anything about this. Wow.
Don't turn around, Claire.
Yeah, when I go to the theaters, I see this trailer a lot. I see it a lot.
What are you doing?
Come here,
I'm already running late.
Please?
Yeah, it's like a YA movie.
Hey, Claire.
About like I think her dad and then her
Don't tell my mom about this.
You know she does.
something like so in the family there was some cheating, like her husband cheated with her sister-in-law or something like that.
Life can have a
and
funny
then
way
they
of
died in a
surprising
car
you.
accident,
My
and
mom
then
got
it's
pregnant
about
with me when she was 18.
them
She
having
and
to
my
like
dad were
come
high
back
school
together as a
sweethearts.
family.
My aunt
Scott
also ended
Eastwood?
up with her high school
Yeah.
boyfriend. So
Scotty, you don't like Scotty's?
One of my least favorite nepo babies.
Mm.
He can't act.
He is very bland. He is.
He's bland. He's a cheese ball. He's just a face. I have like for a while I was unimpressed with Charlie Hunnam, and then I saw The Gentleman. I'm like, oh, he can actually do the job. He just needs the right material. Scott Eastwood has not. I've not seen any potential or any hope from this guy. I'm like, get him. He can be a producer. He can put money to things and put his name on it, but
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't think of a classic Scott Eastwood performance. I'm thinking of like, what was he?
He's done nothing.
He was. Yeah, I'm looking through kind of his resume. Yeah, I can't.
Fast and Furious. The Pacific Rim sequel. He was like Boyega's like frenemy.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
And like all their scenes were nauseating because John Boyega is doing his absolute best, but Scott Eastwood is just so choppy and just wooden, and he's not tapping into a character. He's just reciting his lines.
Yeah, they had like a love triangle over that woman, and it's like
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in.
So
I don't remember him in Fury. I didn't like that movie. I don't remember him. It's been a minute since I've seen Fury. It's been a minute.
So it's Sunday at the beginning of the week. There was no school on Monday. I think it was a Jewish holiday. I think. So I saw After the Hunt. The film. I just think Luca was the wrong director to helm this. If you're going to have a black woman in this particular scenario, the target on her back is the fact that she's a black woman, not the fact that she's queer or the fact that her parents are massive donors. So there's just some things missing. There's a lot of nuance missing surrounding his approach to this character. I think the film would have worked better if he's doing it. Isle's character needs to be not black, or because I don't think he knew how to really approach that because he's not part of the community. And then Thursday, like I said, there's a lot to do this weekend. Thursday, I saw Bruce Springsteen, Jeremy Allen White. I love that one. I thought Jeremy killed it. The parallels to Chalamet's Bob Dylan was very clear because they're both very similar. It's not a traditional musical biopic where it's, oh, they came from nothing, they got the big break.
They had addiction and then they fell off and then they rose.
Success montage and then addiction, they fell off, and how they come back. It's not like that. Both the Bob Dylan and the Bruce Springsteen films are intimate slice of life films, very specific parts of their life. It's not an origin coming of age. It's not an origin for them. So where Bob Dylan was transitioning from the acoustic folk song to electric rock and roll, and the fans didn't like that, he still did it. Bruce Springsteen is going from the rock and roll to the quiet, intimate, acoustic folk sound to really reconcile with his traumatic past. So I like how both films are doing something very similar, but just in opposite directions. I did not know Jeremy Allen White was actually singing. That's incredible. He sounds like Bruce Springsteen, and he has a really good voice for someone who always plays characters who are reserved and guarded until they're angry and screaming like "fuck you, cousin," like like you piece of But yeah, this was incredible. What he's doing here. He's singing, he's dancing, he's smiling he's smiling the most I've ever seen him smile. Like loads of charisma, lots of energy, and just a great performance. I hope he gets nominated, but the film doesn't seem to have a lot of steam behind it. And then Friday night, I saw Chris Stuckman's Shelby Oaks.
Got Stuckmanized, huh?
I guess I've been getting Stuckmanized for years, man. Hey, whoa, what? Hey, wait, wait, what? What do you say? Yeah, I've been a fan for years, since at this point over 10 years. This is not my genre. If you go to my Letterboxd, I did not give this a star rating. I feel like I don't have enough context for this subset of horror to really say whether it was good or not. I can say, as far as a horror movie goes, there's tension, there's suspense, and there's jump scares that really got me. I did spend a good portion of this film like this because of the demon possession stuff. That stuff scares me. That stuff is hard for me to handle. I can handle a monster movie, I can handle a slasher, but the insidious conjuring stuff, the spiritual possession, that is, because how do you punch a ghost? You can't punch a ghost. You can punch a monster, you can punch a slasher, but a spirit that possesses you and makes you do, that's too much for me. Yeah, I'm proud of Chris Arman, and I'm definitely a fan. I hope this isn't the last we see of him, whether if the film is generally loved or not. And then I tried really hard to squeeze in Del Toro's Frankenstein. I did not get to today. Time just wouldn't allow it because it's a long movie. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. So hopefully this week before Halloween.
I know it was that long.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw it was 2 hours and 29 minutes. It's long. So I'm gonna try to see it. I really want to see it. I don't want to see it on Netflix. Like I want to see that in theaters because Del Toro is a director who makes movies for the big screen. And then yeah, tonight we're here to talk about the Gen V. I knew I had to get it out before I came on because that's what we're talking about, and I did watch it. So
yeah. If you want to check you out, here you are, TikTok. They're appearing on your screen.
Did you see Shelby Oaks yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what would you think?
I thought it was just kind of okay. I'd give it like a stream it.
Okay. Do you watch a lot of those kind of horror movies?
I could tell where he was kind of drawn from with a lot of the movies. Yeah.
Okay. See, I couldn't do that because I don't have that. That's why I didn't want to. I thought it wouldn't be so super fair for me to give it a star rating because I don't have all the context for this genre to say whether it was good or bad. I can say it works as a horror film. So maybe just with that alone, 3.5 stars. But yeah, I didn't feel comfortable. You know, I wanted to be respectful to Suckman, and yeah.
Okay. Hey, Bruce Springsteen, he's not Jewish. Did you know that?
Yeah, I do now. Hey, listen, go to my TikTok, go to the comments. He's not Jewish. He's not Jewish. Hey, listen, like I said, I'm unfamiliar with his game. Okay, besides Born to Run and We Are the World, I don't know anything about this guy. All I do know is growing up, I was told, oh yeah, Jewish rock star. I thought he was Jewish. I apologize. He's Catholic. What are you talking about? Who paid you to say this? Paid me. What are you talking about? Like
you getting that $7,000 from Israel to post about Bruce Springsteen? So he's Jewish, getting that $7,000 check, I guess.
Did you know he was Jewish?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about Gen V. But hey, man, people check you out with these. If anybody wanted those reactions there right out the theater, as you promised people, they can find you on TikTok right here, Black Stubbs right here. Also on Instagram, Black Stubbs. Everything just Black Stubbs there. Blue Sky, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace, Spotify, PlayStation Network, all Black Stubbs, just right here. Good stuff there. What you got planned next?
The next thing is probably going to be Del Toro's Frankenstein. I think that's going to be my Halloween plans or my Halloween movie. Of course, I want to see Sinners again in IMAX because that is still it's October and Sinners is still my favorite film of the year. I don't think it's going to be dethroned, which is good for me because Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, everyone in that film are just doing things they've never done before, and it was a massive, unanimous success in every way. So yeah, but the next thing I'm probably talking about is for sure going to be Del Toro's Frankenstein. Oscar Isaac as Dr. Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi as the creature, Mia Goth, and he earlier this week he said he surprised fans at a screening, and he was like, "Fuck AI," he's very vocal. We're building all the sets. We're building like the costume, the makeup. There's no VFX. We're doing movies the way movies are meant to be made. Everything is going to be on camera. Everything is going to be real. You're going to be in that theater, and you're going to feel like you can reach out and touch this laboratory.
I have heard that praise, very much the look, the gothic aesthetic, and not surprising. I mean, since Del Toro did a great job with like things like Crimson Peak, which had that gothic aesthetic, so that's not surprising. So so they really killed Jacob Elordi and brought him back to life, huh? They really did that in this Frankenstein movie.
I guess so. I didn't realize he's real. I knew he was Australian, but he's tall. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's a tall guy.
Yeah, it's especially standing next to Oscar Isaac. Yeah, he's like
who is a fellow short king like me. So casting him as the creature makes a lot of sense. Before this, even though we're getting this first, did you see the trailer for the Christian Bale Frankenstein movie?
Yeah, we did we reacted to it. It looks, I don't know, I'll wait to see. I mean, this is Maggie Gyllenhaal. This is her second film, sophomore film. I loved her first film, Lost Daughter. I thought that was really good. Seems like a Bonnie and Clyde type thing with Frankenstein and the Bride, but it's more focused, seems like, of the bride, since it's called The Bride. I like that actress who's playing the bride. I like her. Jessie Buckley, I think is her name.
She seems great in the trailer. Like, I think this is going to be a very powerful, visceral performance.
Yeah. So we'll see. What do you think is going to be the better of the two? You think it's going to be Del Toro's Frankenstein or Megan Gyllenhaal's?
It's hard because you can tell Del Toro is going old school with this story. Like the laboratory has is exposed, so like there's like rain coming into the laboratory, so Oscar Isaac's hair is like wet while he's like working his clothes, like he's soaking wet while he's doing this, and there's like lightning, electricity. It's old school, almost like 2004's Van Helsing. A film for me is a guilty pleasure. I can admit it didn't age well. It's a little cheesy now, but for me, I still enjoy it as a guilty pleasure. Like you said, this Bonnie and Clyde story seems like a unique twist, and I'm not familiar with Maggie Gyllenhaal's game as a director. So for now, I am leaning towards Del Toro because it looks really great. Did you see Nightmare Alley?
I love Nightmare Alley.
It was great, right?
My favorite Del Toro film is Nightmare Alley.
It's fantastic. I regret not giving it 5 stars because he actually liked my review. I was like, oh, this is great, 4 stars. And the actual man himself, Del Toro, he liked it. I was like,
on Letterboxd.
If I had known you would have seen this, I would have given it 5 stars. But, it's a great film. Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, and company. William
Dafoe was in it.
Willem Dafoe, of course. Nightmare Alley, The Shape of Water, Hellboy. The practicality. He loves practicality. If he can build his sets, he will build his sets and will do full crazy makeup, like the entire body. So I'm looking forward to and the still images of Jacob Elordi as the creature. It looks sick, like the individual patching of the skin because he's made it out of 7 dead men. As that's the famous lore of Frankenstein.
Yeah, I wish I didn't see a photo for that because I know they released it and I saw it and I was like, damn, I wish I was hoping just to wait till the movie till I saw it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but still though, it'll be good to see. I'm seeing that this Saturday, next Saturday, I'm seeing it. So
you got your tickets already?
Yeah, I got I'm going to the Alamo to go see it. So I already got my tickets and everything. Like that's a perfect Alamo movie, I think, to see it there. So yeah, awesome there. So I can't wait to see your reaction on that Frankenstein there.
I can't wait to watch it, man.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, I say you may go to see Chainsaw Man if you got the chance, got the opportunity. See that good old Chainsaw. The animation is pretty incredible there. I don't know how you'll feel about the story because it's pretty fucking crazy. But let's see. Have you ever seen the trailer for it?
I've seen some very short edits and clips on social media. That's like the most I've seen.
Yeah, because it gets kind of really kind of crazy at the end and everything kind of happening. So yeah. But yeah, that's what mostly kids in school talk about, just anime mostly. Anime, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah. And so yeah, that's what I got planned. So I'm gonna see Frankenstein, and then Friday, like I said, do those movies. After the Hunt, Good Fortune, Shelby Oaks, the Chris Stuckman movie. I got Stuckman Eyes, so see that. Then there's Springsteen, and that Yorgos Lanthimos movie's coming out this week. Begonia is coming out, which I hear good things. I hear really great things about Begonia.
Yeah. I did not see Kinds of Kindness, the one that came out immediately after Poor Things. I really wanted to. I missed it. So this one I'm not going to miss. I'm going to see it in theaters.
Yeah. Kinds of Kindness I thought was okay. I thought it was all right.
It was tough to follow after Poor Things, which was just an incredibly beautiful film in so many ways.
Yeah, a gorgeous film there. And apparently this movie costs more than Poor Things, which people are like, I don't understand how.
Kinds of Kindness or Begonia?
Begonia, it costs more, which I'm like, interesting. I don't know why it costs more, but
maybe they're filming on location. I know she's playing a CEO billionaire, or
yeah,
so maybe
Elizabeth Holmes type, yeah, for
Yeah.
like a pharmaceutical CEO, something like that.
Maybe
Yeah.
a lot of on-set locations rather than building a beautiful set like in Poor Things.
Maybe. Before we get into the review, I wanted to react to this before we get into it. So there's a show out right now that's getting much attention. It's on YouTube right now, called Southern Fried Rice. So you have Keke Palmer, who's the executive producer on this, and I love Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is a star to me. I mean, she's got great personality. She's really funny, beautiful woman as well. But yeah, she's really incredibly talented. I mean, we've known Keke Palmer all the way back when she was Akilah and the Bee over 20 years ago now. So she has this new show called Southern Fried Rice, which is about this Asian woman who's going to an HBCU. It's an Aquafina origin story, maybe some people are saying. And it's drawing the ire of many people on social media. People are like, "Who is this show for?" I've seen TikToks from Black people who go like, "What the fuck is this?" I've seen TikToks from Asian people going, "Who the fuck is this?" Blasian people going, "What the fuck is this?" And it's just like, yeah, like who is this show serving? Who is it for here? I have not seen the trailer. I know I sent you the trailer. Have you taken a look at it?
I did not watch the entirety of the trailer. I did not feel the need to. Yeah, I'm like you said, definitely a fan of Keke Palmer, but you know, she's been caught making some interesting choices. Like, did you? I forget who did she? She didn't like defend, but like,
oh,
was it?
Okay, sorry, I thought you were frozen there for a second.
No. I think she was defending someone who now has a reputation for being kind of a nefarious character. I forget who she was defending, or was it R. Kelly?
Man, I think I maybe remember something like that. Yeah, it was something. Was it Chris Brown or
either Chris Brown or R. Kelly? Recently on her podcast, right? She was like, she had someone on her show, and people were like, "Why you have this person on your show?" Or like, "Why?" Or either she mentioned someone on her show and was like not speaking ill of them the way, I don't know.
Yeah,
something like that. And now so there was that, and now there's this. You know, it's a show based at a fictional HBCU, and the main character isn't Black.
I haven't seen it. Let's take a look. I don't know.
All right, say cheese. Cheese.
Okay, I know I got some explaining to do.
I got it.
Let's start with the elephant in the room.
Yes, I'm Asian. Yes, my family's Black. And yes, I've always been hard to miss.
This is Coco.
Okay, so I didn't know. So she's adopted. She got adopted by a Black family.
Okay,
I did not know that. I'm not saying it changes all that much, but I'm just saying
no,
I didn't
changes nothing.
but it's just an interesting detail there.
So like you said, this is Aquafina's origin story.
Yeah.
College is what you make it. Once you immerse yourself in the opportunities here, I'm sure that you will find W has so much to offer.
I mean, too hoe or not too hoe, like.
Don't forget who you are. Coco, that girl, Jackson.
For a lot of people, this is hard to understand, but Black culture is the only culture I know.
Okay.
Tiger.
And so apparently I think the character is supposed to be Korean, but the actress who's playing her is Chinese. I'll Google that in a minute to make sure that is accurate. But
Coco Jackson, don't forget who you are. Black is the only culture I know. Are we hearing the same thing? Are we hearing the same thing?
W, you know.
For every person that prejudges you, there are dozens of people that can't wait to get to know you.
Yeah.
That's why I chose Rat University. So I could be with people who get me.
So that I could figure out who I am beyond the comfort of what's familiar.
There you go. Soul Sister right there. SEOUL there. Soul Sister. Okay. Yeah. What do you think there, man?
What's the last thing she said? Talking about
like right over here, like right?
Yeah, something
of what's familiar. Beyond the comfort of what's familiar.
So she's at the school to find herself beyond the cover. So
Yeah.
I wonder
Let me
what she means by that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the cast for the show here. Somebody said it'd make more sense maybe if she was Blasian, so if she was black and Asian, and
Something, or make her the main character's best friend, and I don't know, but like
if she was black and Asian, then they could do something where maybe she grew up more on her Asian side. It's like, okay, I want to reconnect. I want to try to connect with my black side, and then I'll go to a HBCU to be around more black people. And like, so if you did something like that, maybe that would be kind of thing. But no, she's just fully Asian, and
she's fully Asian, and she's using black culture to find herself.
Yeah, and I guess because she got adopted by
she's adopted into black culture.
Even though she's not black, so there's no real. I mean, they tried to touch on this like in Atlanta. You remember that episode of Atlanta where it was like the Jamaican maid and she died.
Yes.
And then they kind of did an episode about that in Atlanta.
Yes. Season 3, hilarious episode. And so the actual white parents did not know how to engage with their child because they're never around. That child was raised by his West Indian nanny. So the music he likes, the food he likes, the way he knows how to act at church. It's similar. Yeah, for sure.
And then you had Chet Hanks who made a cameo in there.
Hilarious. Yeah, I don't know about this show. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how to feel. It's perplexing for sure.
And Kiki Palmer, I'll pull up. She was defending it. You know what I mean? And I think she talked about this a little bit of like doubling down on it and some of the kind of the criticisms of it. But yeah, so I mean, again, like I said, I mean, the episodes are available. I think the first 2 episodes. Would you watch the first 2 episodes? I mean, it's 12 minutes. Some people hate watching it. I've seen some people who are hate watching it right now.
Where is Key TV? How do I?
I think it's on YouTube. It's just on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, because this is the first episode right here. You can just watch on YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, this is just the first episode right here. So the description is a Korean American girl raised from birth by Southern black parents struggles to defend and redefine her identity after being accepted into a popular HBCU. So that's the premise here that you got.
Okay, so redefine your identity. What does that mean? Redefine. So are you shedding away the black culture you were raised in to become more traditionally Korean American, or are you, or even the opposite direction? What does that mean? I don't know. Again, this is the problem with having this character be the lead of this show.
Yeah, and this is Kiki Palmer, so I'll play her response to it right here. There you go. So I'll play her response.
Yeah. She's beautiful.
Yeah. Let me share it right over here.
To chop it up real quick about this series called Southern Fried Rice that's premiering on Key.
That's a nice jacket. That's a nice
She's fresh.
Yeah.
She's fresh. No notes.
Solving mysteries with that coat on. Yeah, I love it.
TV that is receiving some controversial feedback. Now, Southern Fried Rice was created by Nakia Stevens, and while I can't speak to her inspiration for the show, I can speak to her dedication as a creative. I mean, Nakia has written, show ran, and produced 4 shows alongside her Damn Right Originals team with Key TV. And Key TV has proudly invested over $500,000 on her creations. And I say that because it's not easy to obtain that kind of investment. And Key TV, this is the ethos of the company. It's a network not just because it has stars and shows or has talent, but because it's about the people who create the shows and connecting them. I mean, we have Alex King, a black queer creator that made the short film Keep Me in Mind. We have Antoine Lachey, who created the horror story Blue Forest. We have Cousin M, by a father and son duo, Rosero and Eric McCoy. Chelsea Sanders, who created Make It Make Sense and Unlabeled by Lawrence Murray. Chelsea also did Dear Kiki. Look, what you like is subjective, but the support of black creatives is not. And it's a task that Key TV takes on with pride, because if you want to be a creative, you have to be able to create. And that takes money. And it's Key TV's mission to find the funds for you to be in practice, for you to experience trial and error, and to take your projects off the page and get more than one chance to do it in action. So whether you like it all or some or none, I say give these creatives a chance to grow as we continue to grow in supporting them. So God bless you guys. And like I said, Nakia has Southern Fried Rice that's coming out most recently, but she has Nepotista, Ho and Tails, and Psychology of Fuckboys. That's also some great stuff for you to check out.
Some interesting.
Take care. Thanks for listening. Holla at your girl.
Okay. Okay. I mean, her response doesn't really necessarily address, I don't think, the criticisms.
No, she just said support this. All she said was support black creatives no matter what. And I'm like, that's like vote blue no matter who. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Is that not what she just said? All she said was, you know, this is who made it, and it matters because of who made it, and we're going to support who made it because of who made it.
Yeah.
She did not address the actual controversial general opinion. But, you know.
Yeah, but that's pretty much seemed like what she said. It's like, okay, Nakia Stevens, and I get, you know, she's hardworking woman, and you know it's hard to get things made in the entertainment business and all that good stuff.
It's a very humble operation. There's no stars in it. It's just hardworking people. I'm like, no one's yeah. But like, why? but why this story in this particular way?
Yeah, like why do this about? Why have an Asian woman as the lead of a TV show where you have a predominantly black cast at a HBCU? Why? That's like if you did A Different World and Marissa Tomei was the star of the first season.
Right? Exactly.
She was the main character.
Exactly.
There. It's like that'd be like when you did that. It's like, no, I don't think so. And there are Asian people that go to HBCUs, and that's fine and everything like that. And yeah, if she was a supporting character in it and everything like that, that'd be fine. I think nobody would have an issue with that.
Like if Grownish and Dear White People didn't have black leads, you know, and these are all, you know, black productions. Doesn't Grownish take place at also like a fictional HBCU?
I never watched it. I never watched it. But I know she goes to like, I think
Yarashi character goes to college, and I'm pretty sure it's an HBCU. And I know I didn't watch like religiously either, but I know in the friend group there's like one Latin friend. I'm like, you know, like what if she was the main character of this show? Or with Dear White People, there was like the main character had like a white boyfriend. What if he was like the main character? You know, it's like
funny because there's a tweet this right here that made the same point about what you kind of did there. They said, I'm not watching a show about an Asian girl raised by a black family attending an HBCU. You should have released that bullshit when Dear White People and Mixed-ish came out. We are not on that right now. Read the room.
Wow, I did not exactly. Yes. Yeah, same exact page. That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And let me see if I can pull up maybe somebody on TikTok talking about it a little bit. And then their kind of response just to get a general sense of it. But yeah, like I said, everybody's kind of having major issues with this one right here. So I'll play two right here. Yeah. So this is one.
Fried rice. Southern fried rice. You might as well have called it fucking fried chicken and chopsticks. I think it's time that we have a conversation about the internet's favorite cousin, Keke Palmer, Miss Lauren. Because in today's climate, right? Why did you think that it was a good idea to come out with a show about an Asian who was adopted by blacks, who also adopted a black scent, an Asian with a black scent, who then decides to attend an HBCU as an Asian with the black scent? Who thought that that was a good idea? So many red flags. So many. One of them being the fact that Asians have sued Ivy League universities because too many black people were being accepted. Asians did not want black people in their space, so you decide to take an Asian with a black scent and send her to the space of black people. Who signed off on this? Like, at this point, we have given Keke too many fucking chances. After continuously aligning herself with predators, she goes out and does this. It's over for Akila. Southern.
I mean, I think that's, yeah, I mean, a lot of good points there. I mean, that kind of
some valid points were made.
And let me see if I can find an Asian creator here who spoke about it as well.
You sent me something. I'm sure. I think you sent me. There was an Asian creative who also had some. I think you did.
Oh, really? I sent you where on Instagram?
I believe so. I could be wrong. I apologize if I send you on a wild goose chase.
And let me see. Like I said, yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can find.
You notice how he repeated with a black scent. That's that's problematic.
Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, even Aquafina, she doesn't really do that no more. She people. I think she learned the criticism and went like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. There.
Yeah. But when she did defend it, it was always, oh, it's where I was raised. It's the area I came out. I was brought up in. I'm like,
yeah. Even though people pointed out, I think she grew up in a more affluent area of New York. I think. So here's now this woman's Blasian. I want to say there, and this is what she's talking about. So let's see.
Not about Southern fried rice, and as a Blasian who's half Korean, raised by a black family in Georgia. I just want to give my little take here. They could have done this so much differently. Why couldn't it have been two besties going to HBCU and one's Blasian or Asian, and you could tell both of their stories? You could follow both of them and how things play out for the both of them and how they ride together, how they,
I like this comment. This comment over here says, the way my timeline has Asian, black folks, and Blasians all unified in confusion because who asked for this?
Why couldn't it have been that? Because I could have gave you some ideas. I was that Asian friend. It's a lot of stories that can be told, but you can tell that there's not much story that can be told in that might only make it to one season, because how many stories are you going to actually tell about that? On top of the fact that it's so stereotypical. The main character is stuck in 2008 and everybody else is in 2025. What's up with the jewelry? Why they perm her hair? Like, it's almost like it was no effort. And I feel like the lack of effort shows, like, makes it even worse, because it's kind of like this is coming from a network ran by a black woman, and it's kind of like, I feel like y'all could have asked some people. There's plenty of black people that had an Asian friend, and we could have had some interesting conversations. We could have had some very dynamic storytelling, and they just completely missed the mark there. And the name, like, don't get me started on the name. The name, y'all. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's obvious that there is not much storytelling to be told there. Littered with stereotypes, not just the Asian girl. And we didn't ask for this. No one did. I'm not watching it. And unfortunately, it sounds like a lot of people are not going to watch it. But feel free to take my idea. Please cut me a check, though. That's all I got to say.
Would you watch it? Would you check it out? Maybe the first episode?
I'll give it a chance. Yeah, if it's free on YouTube, I'll give it a chance. If it's the first few minutes are nauseating, I'm gonna cut it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 12 minutes. I mean, just that. So, can you make it 12 minutes? So I'll see.
If not, if it's just like right off the bat, paint by number stereotypes. I'm like, yeah, can't do that.
All right, so that was our thoughts. Southern Fried Rice on YouTube now. There. All right, I'll go do this review, and then we're gonna head out of here. And then after this, I'll go ahead and raid somebody. Yeah, good old. Let's see who's on right now. Said Purple Wine Tails is on right now. Person's Man's is on right now. So yeah, good people on. Good stuff. All right. Are you doing anything for your classroom there? Halloween? Do anything for them or no?
Yeah, a lot of, the school I work at is 85% Latino, and a lot of these Latinos are Catholic and don't do Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So the most we can do is hand out candy. We can have we call it a fall festival party because we can't call it a Halloween party.
Oh, okay.
Same way how we can't call it dodgeball anymore because of the amount of injuries. So we can still play it, but we can't call it that.
What do you call it now?
Battleship.
Battleship?
Yeah, just
okay.
We're in the gym. All right, guys, we're gonna play Battleship. Just gonna get the balls in line. Everyone, 2 teams. When I say go, get the ball, throw it. If you catch it, the thrower is out. If it bounces, the ball's alive. You can catch it. Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid rules, well, you can still do it, but you can't call it that. I'm like, fine, whatever. This is dumb.
All right, let's get into this. So, our first and only review of the day is going to be for Gen V Season 2. Gen V Season 2, there is a continuation of the Boys spinoff Gen V there about university students there at Godolphin University. They're the super powered individuals there making their way through college, trying to learn their powers. We did a review of the first half of this season, me and Chris here, that's on YouTube right now if people want to check it out. This is the last part of it, so all 8 episodes are out right now. People want to check that out, and we're going to do a spoiler review for this, so we're going to be deep diving in that. If people don't want to listen to that, come back when you finish the season. I'm going to tell you if this is better or worse than the first season. We're going to tell you all about all the different details in this and how we liked it, and also how do we think this connects to the Boys season 5, which is coming out next year. So there's that. So what's going on in this season? Well, you have a new dean of the school here of Godolphin University there, and we have a character whose name is Cypher there, and he has all these big ulterior motives. What are they? The crew is trying to figure them out. They're trying to figure him out. Like, what is he trying to do here? What's his end game? You also have it where, he's all about pushing people to their limits, really experimenting with their abilities and powers, especially with Marie, who we find out some more details about her backstory, that she was an Odessa baby, which is like this special project there of people who got this special form of the Gen V there that was experimented on. So it seems like even more extremely powerful than the other suits that we've seen. It seems like to put it in X-Men terms, it seems like Marie is more of a Omega level suit there. That's more of an X-Men thing, like an Omega level mutant. If people know that means that you're like even a more powerful mutant than all the other mutants. That'd be like Storm, I believe, and is an Omega level mutant. Franklin Richards is an Omega level mutant. But yeah, and that she could possibly be like the chosen one. She's the one that could possibly even kill Homelander if she wanted to. There's a lot of stuff going that way. So a lot of the season is basically them versus this Dean character who's played by, let me get the actor's name there. Batman.
Hamish Linklater? Yes,
Hamish Linklater, yes. So yeah, he plays him. And it's mainly the season is just kind of them, the crew that we saw from the last season. You have Marie, you have Emma, you have Kate, you have Derek and Jordan, and you have Sam. And also added addition, now that the actor who was in the first season passed away there, you have his father, who's played by Sean Patrick Thomas, who man, black don't crack. I mean, he's still looking good, man. Good on him.
Just gray hairs, but there's no wrinkles.
Yeah, man,
that's good.
Looking good, man. In shape too. Looking all right, man.
Great shape.
So you have them who are basically trying to figure out, what is this guy? So it's basically a lot of them versus this Dean. Chris, What are your thoughts on this season?
I'm surprised more folks aren't talking about it. I'm surprised there's no hype behind it. I feel like it's pretty consistent. I really enjoyed the show. There are some times I feel like I like it more than The Boys. I feel like a lot of the gore and the language is better suited for the college kid era rather than when sometimes it can feel a little gratuitous in The Boys. I still love the show, but sometimes the language and the gore can feel a little okay. All right, I got it. This is a lot, but I feel like Gen V is really good. Is perfect to lean into that, into how gross the show can be. Because in season 2, and in season 1, it's a little gross. I love how the story picks up. I love Hamish Linklater. I love that twist in the finale, which we will get to. Yeah, I'm Emma Meyer, cricket. Like I said in the premiere of season 2, so far she's the MVP. She's the glue of the team, and by the end of the season, she is still the glue and the MVP. So funny. I don't remember her being this funny in season 1, but she is so funny in this season. And by the end of season 2, Polarity, played by Sean Patrick Thomas, he becomes an MVP because we learn about the mind control power and how his power kind of can disrupt that control, and also Marie Moreau being a bloodbender for the Avatar fans out there, coming into her own and really being what do they call her? Soup Jesus, because of what she's able to do with the extent of her bloodbending powers, whether if it's healing someone, healing their tremors, healing their seizures, closing their wounds and putting blood back into their body, bringing them back to life. Like, yeah, a lot of this season was great in terms of like shock value and the story itself. I love the relationships, the ones that last, the ones that don't last, the ones that are mended. Yeah. So before we get to the spoilers, that's my general thoughts. I think it's consistent. I'm surprised there wasn't more talk behind it, because this is going to be one of my favorite shows of the year.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. We're going to get into the ending and spoilers later there. And I think it kind of ruins a little bit of the season for me. We're going to get into that. But I still like the crew. I still like them together. And like you said, the level up that Marie had in this is pretty amazing. Because at first it's like, okay, she can just, cut herself and then manipulate the blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Like season 1, it was a lot of blood rope. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's so gross. She can like solidify it and like turn. Yeah. Here, she's trained and she learns how to do it without exposing the blood. The blood is obviously there, but she doesn't need to see it or touch it to control it anymore. So yeah. So that power, it is revealed. Victoria Newman had the same power. She wasn't just a head popper, she was a bloodbender, and that's why she was able to pop heads. She was just pulling the blood out of your face, and that's what happens. So
yeah. So the stuff that she's able to do with the level up of like, feeling all the blood and being able to, like you said, like she brings, her sister back to life, we see, because they get put back into prison there for trying to research too hard in the cipher and trying to figure out a way of, to kill him. And they, her sister ends up and then they slit her throat there, and she's able to somehow like pull all the blood back into her and then bring her all the way back into life, that was an amazing kind of scene there.
She was dead. Her sister was dead.
Yeah, like fully dead.
She was dead, and she brought her back to life. I was like, that was a big one.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what she's doing with like the other people in the room, like because they start getting like headaches and their nose.
Yeah, the nosebleed and the headaches. Like, I guess what I guess now getting into spoilers. The dean Cypher telling her you need to connect to every blood cell. You know, it sounds funny. It sounds like kind of Star Wars, like midichlorians, but it's the truth. In order to do this, you need to connect with almost every blood cell in that body and just become one with it. You know, that's what he says. Hamish Linklater's character, who we talked about last time for the premiere, well, the first 3 episodes or the first 4 episodes, the fact that Marie could sense no compound V in his blood, and yet he clearly had powers, and he clearly could be stabbed and harmed and not react to it. And then we do find out why. And I did say this in my reaction. Really effective reveals in this season. You know, the old burnt to a crisp thing person in the chamber in the house is revealed to be Thomas Godolkin.
SpongeBob, yeah.
SpongeBob. I don't know the actor's name. I know he's in Wicked.
Ethan Slater.
Ethan Slater, yeah. He's playing Thomas Godolkin, and while we still think Hamish is the bad guy, is it episode 8, episode 7? Marie, they find him because they think he might be the key to beating Homelander. If he has all this knowledge and did all this stuff, he might be. Oh, that's why they call him SpongeBob.
Yeah, because he plays SpongeBob in the Broadway play.
I didn't know that.
You thought I was just calling him SpongeBob because
he was calling that because of how he looks, because of his teeth and his eyes. I'm like, okay,
no.
He actually paid SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Yeah, so it's revealed that he's Thomas Godolkin, and we think that he's gonna help. And Murray's like, if I heal you, can you help us beat Homelander? He goes, and then she heals him. This 100-year-old, this wrinkly, just burnt to a crisp. She heals him. He comes back, and it's revealed he's actually the one with the mind control. And Hamish Linklater's character has been his puppet the entire time. That was a crazy and very effective reveal, like a jaw-dropping shock value reveal. I did not see that coming at all, because again, the first 4 episodes, when we see him taking care of him, like, you know, almost like assisted living style, he's like wiping his butt and washing him and helping him stretch. There's that moment where he like lashes out at him and goes, "Oh, you stupid mother," you know. I'm like, whoa, you're beating a guy who's like comatose, who can't fight back at all. And then that reveal, I was like, oh, so was that him kind of being mad at himself?
Yeah, like masochistic. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, this guy's a sick character, man.
Sick guy. So like you were already in spoilers, so it seems like the grand plan here, we get that revealed in episode 7, would seem like it was all set up. It was a large part of him, and then also we have Sister Sage, who we saw in like episode 6, I think, as well. And so the grand plan was to seem like to unlock Marie's ability so that Marie could eventually heal Godolkin, so that he could go on for Sister Sage and her plan to whatever phase 2 she has going on and whatever is going on. I'm going to get into Sister Sage and like, if that makes any sense a little bit with her, what she's got going on. But it seems like that was kind of the large purpose of this. And a lot of Thomas Godolkin, it seems like he's like, again, I'll throw out another X-Men reference here. It's like, he's kind of like Apocalypse. He's very, you know, even if you are a mutant, it doesn't matter. Like, it's the strongest will survive, Darwinism, whoever, you know what I mean, it can survive will and should. So therefore all the other people should die. And that's what we should do there. And then we see that with his ability, like this one guy who's like this pledge, who his superpower is he can like, his feet can turn into hands. He's like, that's fucking stupid. Like, that's pretty dumb. So he ends up killing that guy. So it's like, that's kind of his whole mission and things like that. I didn't like, I mean, he gets dispatched with in like the same episode, he comes back into power. So it kind of weakens if this guy's supposed to be this other, like he's the one that's pulling the strings. He's the one that has all this power. For him to get dispatched and dealt with in the episode he first appears in, really, then it seems kind of disappointing. What'd you think about that?
I agree. I did not think he was going to die. So when he did die, I was like, no way. I feel like he should have crossed paths with Homelander at some point. because of what he wanted to do with the whole project Odessa. He was trying to become strong enough to control Marie so that he could control Homelander. He wants the strongest by his side. As he said, I'm going to cull the herd. So like he was inviting students in groups and just stop me from pushing the button. I'm trying to weed out the strongest ones. So yeah, that was Project Odessa, trying to raise and produce the most powerful soups ever. So I agree. I think introducing a big bad like that, keep him around. Don't do the MCU thing where you introduce this really great villain in one movie and kill him off at the end of the same movie. I'm like, you should keep that guy around. I understand that no one stays dead in comic books, but Marie splattered him. I don't think she's gonna put him back together, even if she wanted to or could. That was a very shocking death, and not really in a good way. I was like, oh, you should have kept him around. He was a heavy hitter. So because now we're back to Homelander being,
Yeah. And you realize, so like Hamish Linklater's character, who was this, we thought initially was this guy, just turned out to be some guy that just worked a regular job, and he just controlled him. And there was another guy before him that aged out or died. So you had that. So he just was the one taking over. And so this gets into kind of Sister Sage, which I don't know how exactly she began a physical relationship with him, or they started to, like, I don't know how that became a thing there.
Intellect, I guess. They're both fine intellect, very sexy, and they're both very smart.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only way I can rationalize that.
That just kind of
they're both gross nerds.
I just kind of was like, okay, they have this deep connection and relationship. Okay, I mean, that kind of also was like, that's just kind of thrown in there. And then so her plan, and this, I had the same issue. I think we talked about it before. I think when we were on here, when we talked about the boys, is that Sister Sage, like, I had the same issue. Was like, she might as well just, they have her as like somebody with precognition, or like someone who can see the future. Who actually, we have Marie's sister who can see the future.
Is a precog, yes.
So I don't know if now that she's on their side and she's part of the rebellion, the resistance, she can, because of her precog abilities, that can match up against Sage being super smart. And then because Sage is able to predict everything that's happening, I'm like, well, but how? Like, how are you able to go, like, all these things can all line up and all happen? And so her plan was, like I said, to bring him back so he can be part of her phase 2. But at the same time, like, she seems surprised that where he goes rogue and he goes like, yeah, that whole phase 2 shit is like, yeah, that's okay. I'll do my own thing. And this is what I'm going to do. It seems like she got, this is the same thing that happened to her when she was like a little girl, when she tells that story of she was able to find the cure for cancer and nobody believed her. And then when she's talking to Homelander, she's saying like, well, eventually it's going to come a point where you're not going to listen to me because, you think you're smarter than me because of who you are, because of being a white man, and I'm a black woman, and you just think you're just naturally better and smarter than me. So eventually it's going to come that point where you're just going to stop listening. So it seems like that happened again in this scenario. So it's like, seems like even though she did have a backup plan for what was going to happen, but it just seemed like, did you think that made sense for her to trust this guy? And given, like, if she can predict all these things going to happen, why couldn't she really fully predict that this was going to happen? Maybe.
And I feel like that might be the intentional folly written into her character. The fact that she's supposed to be not the smartest woman. She's the smartest, her power as a soup. She is the smartest person on the planet. So if she is the smartest person on the planet, like she's supposed to be, how can she keep falling for the same trap, essentially? If she is as smart as she's supposed to be, how do these men keep getting the best of her? So with that said, Josh, that might be intentional. It's a valid criticism for sure, but that might be intentional part of her character. Like that might be the juxtaposition of her character, the fact that she's supposed to be the smart, but she keeps getting bested in the end in some way. But I do think it's, again, as a black woman, it is annoying to see that she's, helping these people. And I'm like, you don't feel like you're on the wrong side, you don't think you can use this intellect for good to help your people, but
you don't think. I mean, I guess this leads into my next question. What do you think her grand plan is? Do you think it is to kill all the Supes, or is it to eventually where just she's in charge, or like what do you think her grand plan is?
That's a great question. As smart as she is, I don't know what she wants. I don't know what her end game to me is still not clear. Does she just want a seat at the table at the end? Does she just want to be next to He Who Remains at the end of time when, just like, is this really what you want, or you just know this is inevitable, and so you want to make sure that your ass is covered by the end of it? It's that's a very good question. As far as Sister Sage goes, the fifth season is the final season. Hopefully by then, her motivation is clear, because as of right now, it's still not clear. I don't know what this character wants.
Yeah. And I'm worried that with The Boys season 5, it's going to be like a thing where you have her and it's going to be like, oh, she had this grand plan all along. It's going to be like this kind of Deus Ex Machina type of thing. And then it's like, oh, she had this plan and all this was lined up exactly how she wanted. And they can kind of write it that way. And I feel like they'd be super lazy if they did that.
Just like Game of Thrones season 8, when Bran became the king. Like, that was never set up. But they wrote it in. Oh yes, I was planning this all along. That's why I'm here. I'm like, no, this is coming out of nowhere. This is not set up at all. But they're saying, oh, this was planned. They're writing into the dialogue. Oh, I planned this from the beginning. I'm like, yeah, that's lazy, because you didn't. You're just saying that you did to make it okay, but you didn't. There was no setup for this at all.
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna do that. Like, if I wouldn't maybe have such a problem with it if they showed maybe Sister Sage like working out like some equations or something, like on a chalkboard or whiteboard, and she was like, okay, this has a 60% chance of working if I do this. Like, if we see her process and how her mind works, maybe it wouldn't be so like, how did you come to this conclusion? Why are you going down this route? Like, why pick this? Like, maybe that would just be better if you did something like we saw her like process of things. But yeah, I mean, for her to kind of it seems like bamboozled again by a guy and what's kind of happening. It's like, I feel like you got to know that's going to happen with Homelander eventually. She has to feel that because of him being so erratic and emotional and unpredictable, that, okay, eventually I got to cut ties with him to do that. I want to get your opinion on some of the characters and their development in the season 2. Like I said, we lost Andre, the actor, who did pass away there, and his presence is felt there. They do reference him many times there, and they do address his passing in this there, and they give him, I feel like a good send off there, especially in the last episode.
They really do. It wasn't just the first 4 episodes. They mentioned him throughout the entire season, which I liked. It was consistent. Like, they kept his name and presence and spirit alive the entire time. I thought it was going to be just okay, let's explain what happened so that they know what happened, then we'll continue our story. No, Andre continued to be brought up in multiple conversations to inspire, to rally, to encourage. It was really nice. And before Hamish's character died, he's talking to Polarity about how he remembers, even though he was in the backseat of his own car, he remembers Andre at Elmere, the prison, whatever, and he remembered seeing how hard he fought to protect his friends, and he tells Polarity, "Your son is the greatest hero I ever saw." I was like, yeah. And Emma Meyer is inspiring the rat tail girl who can steal powers for 2 minutes, and the pube girl that even though your powers are what they are, you can be heroes too. Andre taught me that, even though I used to have to binge eat to grow and purge to shrink, he still taught me that I could be a hero, even though my powers were how they were. But to answer your question, Josh, about character development, Emma also comes into her own. Similar how Marie kind of comes into her own with her powers. Emma, we see in the finale, she grew at will. She did not have to stuff her face with food. No one had to say anything nice about her to make her feel big. She just grew, naturally broke out of her clothes because that's what happens. And she kicked the shit out of Cypher, out of Godolkin. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Andre's father, when we meet him in the beginning, he's drunk and depressed. He doesn't know how to carry on without his son. His wife is gone, son's gone. He's alone and he's having these tremors. And Emma talks to him about what Andre would have done, even at rock bottom. Marie heals him using her blood bending. She heals his tremors and his powers, and it's revealed that he can do this little electromagnetic burst thing that can disrupt the mind control, and that's exactly what he does. It's revealed in the episode where he faces off against Cypher, and he like kind of like magnetically backhands him out the window. And then in the finale, he opens the door and he does his little burst of energy, and it disrupts the mind control on Marie. So that was, again, great development for his character. What I did not like in terms of character development and relationships, we get Thomas Godolkin in the season, and we lose him in the season. Marie and Jordan get together this season. They break up at the end of the season. I'm like, imagine if in Abbott Elementary, if Janine and Eddie did that, Gregory did that. All this setup, all this will they won't they get together, and then at the end of that same season they break up. I'm like, come on. If you're gonna do the love story, let it breathe, let it grow into something even stronger, and so that when we lose it, we really feel it, because it was sad to see them break up, but I was like, that was a waste. Because there wasn't enough time yet to truly be invested. So I was bummed, but I wasn't heartbroken. If they stayed together longer, if one of them died next season, in season 5 of The Boys, after being so close and so strong, because we know there's a big fight coming. Starlight and A-Train shows up at the end of this season, and they literally say, okay, lock in and join the rebellion, join the resistance, whatever they call it. I'm like, yes, there's a big fight coming, and if they didn't break up, there would be more investment, more of an emotional toll you would feel if they were together still and then lost each other in the actual end of the show. But yeah, so I didn't like that. But who else?
Sam. I thought there was some good closure with Sam and his trauma, and
that's development. He's no longer, I was waiting for him to have his episode where he loses control. He didn't. He's come a long way. He's learned. We meet his parents. He's no longer having the puppet show hallucinations. He is jealous of whatever Emma has going on with this flyboy. But it's not to the point where he lashes out. They actually work together in the end to defend her against some big guy, and that was cool, I guess. The show, The Boys, they usually don't have a problem with character development. There might be some writing issues where a character does something silly or inconsistent, like we were just talking about with Sister Sage. A lot of what her motivations isn't clear yet, and the way she moves is confusing because, again, you're the smartest person ever and you're still falling for these tricks. In terms of character development, I really liked season 2. By the end, my MVPs were still Emma, but also Marie and Polarity. I think those 3 were really like essential pillars as far as helping the team.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff with this season seems like characters kind of overcoming a lot of issues they had in the first season, and that kind of development there, like you mentioned with Emma, finally being able to kind of seems like she can turn it on and off now. She can get big and get small. She doesn't have to like purge or do anything of that. And like you said, also inspiring kind of some of the other smaller heroes. The girl with a Sasquatch in her pants, like she steps in. I was surprised to see her at the end. I mean, she helps take down Godolkin. She ties him up with her hair and everything. And
the finale is called Trojan because they're all hiding inside of the guy's ass.
yeah, the guy with the black hole in his
ass. So when he shows up, the camera, like, he gets a close up, so he's up to something. Like, he's not just there; he's there for a purpose. And then the squad just comes popping out of his ass, and the pube girl unzips and wraps him up. And then the mouse girl touches his face, and for 2 minutes she has powers, and she's controlling, everyone, and she lets go of the control, and it's great. Everyone has a chance to be a hero, and Kate. We didn't talk about Kate yet. It was this season. It was a big point of contention that no, Kate. Even though Marie can heal people, she refused to heal Kate because of what she did, and there was no trust. I can't heal her. There's no guarantee she won't do what she did again. She's in Vought's pocket. But by the end, character development, Marie decides to heal her, and she gets her powers back. We don't see her use them, but we do know she heals her, and she seems to be like actually grateful and thankful. So we'll see what Kate Dunlap does next season. But I think, as far as character development, I think she's back on the right side with her friends because, again, Andre was a big thing for that. I think in season 1 there was like a love triangle between her, Andre, and Schwarzenegger, Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. The guy who set himself on fire, he could fly.
Yeah,
like Human Torch or something.
Yeah, they were like best friends, and they both had a thing for Kate, and Kate kind of like did things with both of them. So a lot of great character development. I just think Godolkin was killed off too soon, and we lost the Murray and Jordan relationship too soon.
Yeah, the Marie and Jordan thing. I mean, the on again, off again, and them having kind of rocky stuff. That was kind of the least interesting to me for the season.
Yeah, there wasn't enough of it. It could have become more, but they didn't nurture that enough, and then they let it go. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, get it. I mean, she was kind of getting crazy at the end, Marie, and she was using her powers and shit and blood bending people and all that other stuff. And, I don't want your help. And she's kind of going a little rogue. She was like, she's a little crazy. Maybe
she kept leaving Jordan behind.
Yeah. So I thought that I thought that was kind of one of the least interesting things. I liked some of the Emma stuff relationship wise with the Maverick guy. I thought he was kind of fine. And then her finding a healthy relationship there. Which was nice. But I mean, I think that's kind of the biggest thing. I don't think because it feels like when the season 8 ends, where episode 8 ends, it feels like that's halfway point of a longer season. Like you got maybe 4 more episodes in like a 13 episode season or something, where you could do some stuff where with Godolkin, where you have him back as like the main villain. It's like, oh shit, now we know who really is the big bad. What are we going to do to take this guy down? And then him to just get dispatched so quickly, it kind of feels kind of a letdown a little bit with that. But I still liked, everybody in the season, I still think did a really good job. I liked Marie a lot. I liked Emma a lot. I liked Kate a lot. I like them working together. Their chemistry, I think, works really well. I did like the ending of it, that they're joining together that leads into The Boys season 3, and see how they're going to do that, being a part of the resistance. I did like A-Train showing up. That was also a cool thing with him. I don't know if there's going to be a Gen V season 3. I don't know if there is. It'd be surprising if there was, because I don't really know how you go back to season 3 with this.
After The Boys ends in season 5, because I'm not sure how we continue with Gen V after the end of The Boys, because it's a spin-off of So we'll see how The Boys ends. It depends on how The Boys ends. That will determine if there's a season 3.
It depends on who's left. Maybe some people are gonna die. Maybe with that, so maybe that's gonna happen. So we gotta maybe wait to see The Boys season 5. But do you think this is better than season
1? Considering how hard they had to pivot after the passing of Chance Perdomo, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say I did enjoy this more than season one, and I really enjoyed season one. This is the reason why I watched season two. Is the reason why I was excited for season two. Hamish Linklater as a villain, he's incredible this season. As while he's being puppeteered, or puppeted, whatever. He's great, and the character development is great. The backstory is great. Yeah, the relationships are strong. I loved it.
Yeah. I kind of wondered also, like, how does his like how long is his frequency with his powers? Because like he's able to control him, I guess. Like he's still at the house and he's able to control him like all the way when he's somewhere else. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how does that really work? I guess, but
Yeah,
like,
like is that chamber he's in? Is it like Cerebro? Is it amplifying his powers?
yeah. So I was kind of wondering that a little bit. Like now that the twist got revealed, I was like, I wonder, how what's the range of it? I guess.
Yeah.
So what would be your rating for Gen V season 2?
Tune in.
Hmm.
It's not for everyone. I can't call it peak or this is cinema, because it's so gory, so gross, so raunchy. It's not for everyone, but if you can handle it, it's definitely worth watching. If you like The Boys and you have not seen Gen V yet, give it a chance for sure. Absolutely, I would say tune in.
Yeah, I give it a tune in as well. I like this season. I didn't like how it ended there. I spoke about that already pretty much in length. And a lot of the stuff with the overarching kind of like the twist and explaining it, I think was kind of just like, I don't know if this could have been handled way better. But I still liked a lot of the character development stuff in this, how it kind of connected to the boys and what we'll see in leading into that. I did like there. I wonder if there's people who just watch this show but don't watch The Boys. That'd be interesting if there's if that's a section of people going like, I don't even know who the fuck these like who's Star Litter? Who the hell is that? It'd be interesting to see who that is. But yeah, it'd be interesting there to see that. But I also like the show, like we spoke about it when we discussed season one, is how like they're touching on kind of things that college age students experience, like Marie with self-harm and then Emma with body dysmorphia, that kind of issue there, self-worth, and Kate, you have her issue there with being perfect and being number one and the kind of the stress that can put on you.
Sam, like mental health,
which it got confirmed that he has like not schizophrenia, but he has like maybe BPD or something. He has like a certain medical, I forgot exactly what they say in it, but he has a certain a mental health condition there that kind of makes him kind of somewhat the way he is. So it wasn't just it wasn't his powers making him that way. He actually had like
something he actually struggles with for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, something along the lines of like BPD or schizophrenia. So you have that kind of brought in, which I thought was very good when we kind of learned that. So so I did kind of enjoy those bits of it. So I'd give it a kind of a lowish tune in for me. There, it's just funny that we've had like Peacemaker season 2 and then this season 2. There people have kind of said that maybe this is kind of weaker than the first season of these shows. So that's kind of been interesting there. But is it better than season 1? I still think I've said this about Peacemaker season 2. I don't think it's better than season 1 because I think the overall package isn't as strong. But I think because the way it ends, I think season 1 ends a lot better than the way season 2 ends. But I still think it was. I think it was still kind of decent there. So I would give it a lowish tune in for me for Gen V season 2. So 2 tune ins there for Gen V season 2. Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks for joining me, man.
Of course.
Much appreciated. I'm gonna be sending you all over to Blurs in the Hood there. They're good guys over there. And good people over there. So I'll send you over to them. I don't think I've rated them before. But yes, Chris, let people know what they can find, what you got going on, what you got coming up next, all that good stuff.
Yes, thank you, Josh. I am Chris of the Black Stubs, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, just at the Black Stubs. I'm watching TV, I'm watching movies, and giving my thoughts on them. I take recommendations if there's anything that I have not seen, you think I should see, send me a message. Let me know. I'll watch it. I'll react to it. I'll tag you. And I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you. And Bruce Springsteen is not Jewish.
Yes, he's not Jewish.
Fun fact.
I got a suggestion for you.
He's Catholic.
Yeah, I got a suggestion for you.
Sure.
Southern fried rice, man. I think you should watch that and react to it.
Fine. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, this is you right here. Reactions, Instagram, TikTok, all the Black Stubs, reviewing everything, movies, shows, all that good stuff there. My favorite follower, my favorite people to follow. Love seeing your reactions. There. Let me know about all this different stuff there. Man, so awesome stuff there. With these reactions. Next up stream, I'm gonna be streaming with Sage, rated M for Immaturity. We're gonna be Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm gonna be doing a review for Dead Space 2, Silent Hill 2, and Chainsaw Man. I'm doing a review for that. Wednesday, I don't have any stream planned. Friday, a lot of stuff there with Dust, After the Hunt, Good Fortune, Shelby Oaks, Springsteen, Begonia.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a pack day there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So send you over to Blurs in the Hood there. I don't know. They're doing, I don't know, some kind of versus competition here. So there is that. But all right, everybody, stay tuned out of here. Thank you. Peace.